Morning, Redeemer. It is Monday, March 23rd, in the morning. Just got done having a online pastoral team meeting with all the pastors from Cedar Rapids and Cedar Falls, and it was a good time to connect and just catch up and hear how everyone's doing. In summary, we're all in this with you, and I think one of the main things that was a theme for us, and because we talked about church and shepherding and all that, but also just connected personally and as best we could in that context, and just hear from one another where you feeling the pressures. And several themes came up. One of them is that something that I've mentioned in sermons is that crutches or things that we lean into are kind of taken away right now, and things are revealed in that. What do we lean on, and what do we where do we go for rest? And so just want to encourage you that your pastors are in that as well. We're in the fight for joy. Overall positive. I don't think anybody's in despair, but I'm encouraged that they are alert to these things and not just, giving over to vegging out and just watching Netflix. There's just walking through that together and encouraging each other in that. And so it was good. And so I just want to come out of that and just share some thoughts for this week moving forward. We talked about the Sunday online service and how that was, and overall it was good. There's some technical issues we've got to work out, and we'll try to provide a little better video quality and all that. But at the end of the day, God's not, honored or glorified by our video quality. I was sitting on the couch watching the service with my family and just singing. I just started singing. I know at the beginning my kids are kind of like, well, were we going to sing to this? And it's like, yeah. So I just started singing and they follow along, and it was good. And I was really struck. We were singing the song, I Love You, Lord. And, there's the line that says, may it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. And I was just struck by the fact that it really is. Like, God is glorified in that moment. That's literally the purpose of history being fulfilled on the couch, which is God's people showering him with praise, regardless of location, production, numbers, all that stuff. And that's it. Like, literally, that's the purpose of history, is that God will be glorified and be praised by his people. So I just want to encourage you in that. So we'll work on some of the production issues and other ideas on how to just serve you better. I do want you to know, I know originally we had planned on doing a live stream, but with our experience with Facebook Live and just all the traffic that was going to be driven, I just had this sense that wasn't going to be a wise choice, because you're going to risk failure, and now you've got nothing to back up on. So we ended up pre-recording on Thursday, and we're going to keep doing that. And I did see that yesterday. My Facebook feed was filled with churches and pastors being like, well, that was, who did a live stream, and some of them went well and a lot of them didn't. And so live is, I guess, better in some ways, but heck, Cedar Falls has been watching week delayed sermons for several years now, so it's not new to them. So we're just trying to be consistent and know that you can click on that thing and it'll actually work. The risk there is, not much, but, maybe Thursday night we record it and we're talking about the context, and then Saturday morning they, put the nation on lockdown, or, everything's released and everything's back to normal, and then, we're out of context, but, whatever, we'll deal with that and react with that. So anyway, that's coming from a place of wanting to provide something that we want to be able to know as best we can that if you click on this thing, it's going to work. So other things, well, we're just going to keep moving forward, encouraging people this week. There were a lot of people on spring break last week, a lot of people not connecting for various reasons. And we just want to encourage us as a body to love each other. And so that means connecting virtually, online, connecting through text, calls, and face-to-face. We're not banned from meeting with people, having people over. There's a limit on 10 people or more. And so that gets, you obviously have to take that into consideration. And if you're not comfortable meeting with people, that's fine. But many of you are. And so I'm going to be driving up to Cedar Falls tomorrow, getting face-to-face with a couple of staff guys up there and at the building, because the coffee shops are closed, and just using that time to strategize, to pray, to encourage each other. But literally use social media, use phones, go old school, call someone up and have a conversation with them. We're available. Pastoral team's available. I'm going to continue with the online social media presence, including things like this, just to provide touch points. And just maybe one final thought. One of the things that we discussed, and I'll just share my perspective. There's this ongoing online discussion about whether or not what's going on right now with the government's reaction to this outbreak is an overreaction. And I'm just going to tell you, I don't know. I literally don't have the information. So I'm dependent on tons of articles. I have hunches about things, but I don't know. To me, this is just a general way to approach really a lot of issues. Like, I don't know. I don't have the information necessary. I'm not at the table with the people and with the data and the perspectives. There's things I don't know. So perhaps this is a huge overreaction and government overreach and all that. Very well may be possible. Perhaps this is the appropriate reaction given the context. I'm just taking the position that I don't know. And even if you have an opinion, all that, I think that Michael, one of the pastors in Cedar Falls, put this very poignantly this morning. He said, we don't need to be right. That's not the call of the church. I mean, in terms of being right about the character of God and the way to salvation and where joy is found, yes. But we just don't need to be right. We need to be faithful and fruitful and love one another. And so I think I just want to encourage us in that. Like, maybe you are more informed or more settled in how you discern all this. And I think that's fine to have your position and opinion, or even to share that. But I just want to encourage us toward love and a humility. There's just a strong, very strong, no, not a strong possibility. There's an absolute certainty that we are operating from a high degree of ignorance. And so that should just create a posture of humility so we can have our stances and our opinions, but salted with humility and salted with grace and love. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see how this plays out in terms of, maybe that question will be answered sometime. Maybe not. But right now we're called to love one another, love our families, love the church, love the world, bear fruit, worship Jesus, rest in him, and be informed, I guess, as best we can. We're trying to do that. So anyway, this video went longer. This isn't a 3-minute FAQ. This is just a pastoral update. And love you guys. Look forward to, Lord willing, sometime in the future, being able to connect in the ways that we have. And my prayer is that this has given us an appreciation for that. And I think we've always appreciated that, which is why we do it, but a heightened appreciation for what it means to connect with people face to face and in groups and on Sunday gatherings. So feel free to reach out, and Donovan at redeemerhome.com, info at redeemerhome.com is the general email. And would love to hear from you and what's happening. So, all right. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.